What if neurodiversity isn't a disorder at all, but evolution expressing itself in real time? What if minds aren't broken, they're just ahead of the system we built? When I say neurodiversity, I mean this. Human minds don't process the world in the same way. Attention, emotion, memory, sensory input, pattern recognition. Some minds are built for speed, some for depth. Some see patterns others miss. Some feel what others can't. It's a spectrum. ADHD, autism, dyslexia, dyspraxia, and probably expressions we don't even have names for yet. You see, my mom never allowed me to be diagnosed, and it wasn't because she didn't care, but because she refused to believe that something was wrong with me. I mean, she saw things. The way I couldn't filter out background noise, every conversation, every hum of a light all at once. The way I'd lose entire days to one thing. She didn't try to fix those things. Instead, she gave me tools. And by watching what I naturally gravitated towards, I eventually found spaces where I could thrive. I wasn't fixed, I was supported. For thousands of years, indigenous cultures understood this instinctively. In Lakota tradition, they might call them wakan, sacred ones. In some West African cultures, spirit children with sight beyond sight. The child who couldn't sit still, they became the scout, eyes always moving, sensing danger before others could. The ones who saw patterns in stars, seasons, and animal movements, the navigator, the keeper of time, the deeply sensitive one who felt shifts in energy, in weather, in people, the healer, the medicine person. They weren't labeled as disordered, they were essential. Not because life was easier, but because difference had a role, because diversity of the mind meant survival, and it still does. You see, sometimes I wonder, maybe some neurodivergent minds are tuned into frequencies we don't fully understand yet. Maybe people who are non-verbal aren't missing language. Maybe they're so connected to vibration, sensation, and presence. Words just aren't the primary tool. Think about it, the stimming, hand flapping, rocking, humming. What if that's not random? What if it's self-regulation through rhythm and vibration? The sensitivity to sound that feels so overwhelming. Maybe they're not hearing too much. Maybe they're hearing everything. Processing layers that people filter out automatically. What if some minds are already operating at wavelengths that some of us haven't learned to hear yet? We've been celebrating these minds in stories for decades. Rain Man, he sees patterns in chaos. He has a photographic memory, and we call him exceptional. Forrest Gump, my man's got different processing speeds and pure authenticity. We call him inspiring. And then there's Superman, hypersensitive to light, sound, and energy, and is often overwhelmed by sensory input. I mean, what if those aren't just alien powers? What if they're undiagnosed autistic traits? In fiction, we call these traits superpowers. In real life, we call it disorder. Same minds, different labels. Our schools, jobs, and institutions are built for sameness, repetition, obedience, and predictability. So when a mind doesn't fit that shape, we label the mind instead of questioning the shape. But here's the thing, many of our biggest leaps didn't come from normal minds. They came from obsession, sensitivity, pattern recognition, deep focus, traits that struggle in rigid systems but drive evolution forward. Evolution doesn't wait for outdated systems to catch up. It just keeps moving. The question is, will we?